Welcome to the bold analysis. I want us to look at this story that has been trending in Kenya for the last, I think this is for the last 1 week. And this is the murder death of Dr. Eric Maigo, who was acting finance director in Nairobi Hospital. And preliminary investigation that is being done by the DCI has opened a Pandora box. And of course, the more it gives more leads into what exactly led to the gruesome murder. For that, of course, to the family of Eric, condolences. Sometimes it's very devastating to lose 36-year-old from a family. When to a mother, it's something that is beyond. But of course, I want us to look at it. There are some 4 photos that the DCI has released, trying to look for a lady here. The Tigerwoman that has been, according to a screenshot from the CCTV, that has been released. So what happened? The deceased probably had an overnight, spent some Thursday night in some joints around Kilimani, changed from one place to the other, and then was seen getting home some minutes past 10. Then on Friday at 6 a.m., this photo of this lady putting tiger-colored trouser and that red-black checked, I think sweater, and the trouser is blood-stained, is seen walking in this first video, heading towards a fence. And then these are 2 photos. This one is just walking, and the other one just approximating where the tanks are. And then in this other photo, as you can see, he is scaling the fence, trying to skim, she trying to skim on how she can go through, she can actually jump through the fence. The many other, they've seen this photo, and of course, if you can see blood stains in the trouser, and it's a very clear sign that she can be placed at the scene of crime, or rather, she's a prime suspect. So she looks calm until, you might wonder, how did she even get? Then that is the other one, she's standing. Then in this last photo, she's seen now moving the other leg and now jumping through the deceased fence. So according to a report that neighbors of Maigo has said is she jumped, and actually there were some Crocs that were stolen from a neighbor's place that she allegedly maybe used, and then escaped and went her way. So the police are still pursuing the lady at large. Of course, there is one thing you can realize. There are many other, according to report, the postmortem that was conducted on the body, is that the body of the deceased were found with 25 stabs, knife stabs. Allegedly 2 knives were found there in the lifeless body. And according to, I think, the forensic audit is that when they examined the fingerprints in those 2 knives, which is still 1 fingerprint, so it was only 1 person who was allegedly probably involved. So I know many have really pursued the profile. I'm going to look at pursuing the profile of the death, but she left at 6 a.m. That's what the CCTV is capturing at that time. Probably it only means that maybe the whole incident happened moments to that 6 a.m. And that will then show, because I don't think there will be a probability of killing someone maybe early in the night or something happening early in the night, then you left later. I think you normally feel unsafe. There is an element of fear, so you will not even want to hang around that place. You will skim through on how to leave. But of course, that's just a speculation. No one knows exactly maybe the time. Probably postmortem will not show that, maybe can show. And so she left, and there have been a lot of questions. The police are saying, and of course according to the report, that because the 25 multiple stabs, it means that maybe this is something in anger. Because maybe if you just want to kill someone, maybe someone will expect maybe one stab because already dead is already dead. But it's not new, because there are quite a number of such homicides that have been reported about multiple times. And multiple times, according to the investigators, is normally seen as a person who is angry or in some anger, you know. And that opens another discussion on what might have happened between the two. Now, as you can see the photos, she left without, she didn't carry anything. Of course, even the phone of the deceased was remaining there. And by all means, they can pursue, probably trying to pursue a personal relationship between the two. I don't know how it will be possible just to trust someone to be in the house for the first time. People, for her to know that I would jump through this fence and get my way if I get the other one, she must not be a first comer in that place. Must be someone who is a regular visitor in that place, and already schemed and even understands even the neighborhood, that on how she will get an escape if that is to happen. So that narrows down to clearly the Tigerwoman was not a new person, the deceased. That's one thing you can also make. Second observation, there is no, that CCTV is not showing her trying to go at the gate, maybe trying to access through the gate. No one knows. So this must have been something that was under plan. So that opens another question here, is on was it an altercation? And if it is an altercation about, I do believe that if it is an altercation about maybe meeting someone at the club, getting home and failing maybe to part with some personal fortunes as had agreed, then there would be money trade or maybe money transferred or something. But that is not there. There is a possibility of a clear intention to kill, or rather a prior plan to take his life. Then, you know, we are in a country of different, any other, that opens discussion on many other things. I was just reading, looking at the profile. I would not want to delve on stabbed how many times or profiling the death in terms of relationship between the two, but then not how, but why. Looking at one of the profiles statements that has come is the lady was actually serving in an acting capacity. Yes, where he was working was in an acting capacity. Then that opens another discussion. Was there a battle even at people around his circle? And that is one thing that probably you can look at. We are also into a country. I remember I want to liken a little bit this by another story I covered when I was in I was working in some radio station. And is it a story of a deal went wrong? There was a story of a gentleman, the guy who was, I think, was killed in around Kilimani, Kevin. I think that was Kevin Omwenga. So the brother to Kevin Omwenga used to stay somewhere the other side of Kikuyu. So you know what happened? We actually went, and the neighbors just reported the body was just found somewhere with foam, blood stains, and the door was actually locked. His door was actually locked, and the window that is leading to that bedroom was the one that was actually used to access. And the person actually went through the fence. So even looking at the escape of the suspect, that tells you that alone making it. In fact, when I saw it the first time, I thought that maybe she tried jumping and then she didn't manage, she came back. But looking at even how she jumped on the other end, this is something that looks a whole scripted thing. Still remains at large, and of course police is still trying to pursue. The fact that they've released the photos, I know in this country we may never, genocides have always had, homicides have always had problems. I think we've never gotten to the bottom of all this, because murder have always been understood as anger, but I think murder largely is more of an intention, because everyone knows that there is a repercussion. I tend to believe that even someone knew that maybe there is a CCTV, for example, wherever he or she is. Let's realize that these photos are all out there. People are showing what is it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Let's wait and see what the police shall gonna share about it. Thank you.